some hell, you know what I mean. I terrorize the neighborhood. They know that we're up to no good. We're at the house by the cemetery. They don't go in cause it's really scary. The door opens and I head on in. But not a hell now begins. Inside, take a look around. Then we're chased by chuckles of cloud. Go up and down the big staircase. A secret panel to another place. I saw a guy wearing a hockey mask. He's carrying a bloody ass. He chases me on down the hall. And blood was dripping from off the wall. Haunted house. All the things I've seen. Haunted house. Being chased by a bee. Haunted house. I wanted to scream. Haunted house. Hope it's all a dream. Downstairs and they're following me into a room that's full of zombies. They're tearing into all my friends with a snapman and a red. Jumped on my head by chuckles of clown. My knees buckle fall to the ground. And just when things couldn't get any worse, and now they're loading me into the hearse. Haunted house. All the things I see. Haunted house. Being chased by a fiend. This guy will get a lot of love for. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna bring the one, the only George Washington on stage. Deadly Dan, bring out George Washington. Let's now. Deadly Dan. That is not George Washington.
Yeah, it is. What's left of him?
Where is Nurse Misery? And why is she not bringing this back to being semi-reanimated?
I don't know, but here's his skull, and here's his other foot.
What am I gonna do with George Washington's skeleton foot?
I don't know. I don't know where his other arm went. It took. You know how hard it was to break into where he was?
Oh, you're gonna add this part in. Deadly Dan, stop hiding her. Where is Nurse Misery? I want this George Washington.
I don't know where she is. For once, I actually don't know where she is.
You fool. I better find her somewhere, or you will pay the price.
Oh, that's... See, I would normally take that as a threat, but now it's just like, yeah, okay, whatever.
Deadly Dan, if you cannot find her, she cannot resurrect you. Which means I can send you way past Hell 2.0. And you remember what that was like with that video game? Not being around and the Christmas music playing in the background? Yes. It might be in your best interest to go find her, lad.
Okay, I want to try to find her.
We're gonna go to a commercial break.
Deadly. He made this big to-do about Chuckles making me turn him into George Washington, or he's gonna pitch a fit and off with our heads type deal. Come on, Deadly, let's get this going.
I found you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants George Washington whole.
What am I supposed to do with that pile of bones?
I don't know. You should be able to reanimate it.
You give me far too much credit. I think you'll make a good substitute.
What?
You heard me.
No.
Yeah. Come on.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. That's
No.
it. No, see, here.
Oh.
Hold this. Stay put.
It's gooey.
I know it's gooey. So, where's our inspiration here, Chuckles? Now we take you and put you in to George Washington. No. You know you want it, Deadly.
No,
Just take it. Be inspired. You're no longer you. Feel him inside of you. Let him take over. You know you want it, Deadly.
What's this?
It used to be your head. I gave you a new one.
This is my head.
You're temporarily in Deadly Dan.
Who's Deadly Dan?
Don't worry, you're just borrowing his body. You are George Washington, right?
Yes.
Okay, I did good.
Yes, I am.
Yes. And I am Nurse Misery, ready to be off to a barbecue, and I hope you have fun at the Chuckles and Laugh Show.
The what? What the?
Yeah, you're on the Chuckles and Laugh Show, you're inside of Deadly Dan's body, and I'm sorry for you. It's a bad day for you, but it'll all work out.
The Chuckles and Laugh Show. We have the very last guest of the show, and I'm very excited for this one. Nurse Misery better have gotten this right. The one, the only, George Washington. Yeah.
Woo!
Last guest, first president.
That's not George Washington. That's definitely Dan.
Dan, is that you? Good to be here, people.
Not the...
Oh, bright lights.
You're not George Washington, you're Deadly Dan.
I would recognize those coveralls anywhere.
Who's Deadly Dan?
Alright, Nurse Misery, the joke's over. Where is my George Washington? And if you
I'm
give
right
me a
here.
dollar bill, I'll be very upset.
I'm right here.
You're not George Washington, you're Deadly Dan.
Who's Deadly Dan?
You.
I don't know who that is.
If you're George Washington, name one of the battlefields that you were on.
Yorktown.
Okay. Name another battlefield that you were on.
I crossed to Washington.
You mean you crossed the Delaware?
Yeah.
Tell us your wife's name.
Yes, what is your wife's name?
Martha.
You know, did you whisper that into his ear?
Kind of.
We gotta give him a break. If this is the George Washington I know he is, he has been dead in the ground for a while. Nurse Misery, you failed me. You failed me miserably. This is not what I wanted. I wanted the first president, not the first loser of the United States. Sorry about that, George. You are trapped in a man's body, which, look at it now, you are not 6'2". You are now more like 5'7".
Without a wig.
Without your wig, which, by the way, those were only worn when they were going out. George Washington actually had real hair. and it was a dark black color.
Yes, yes, I did.
Now, George, you are the first president of the United States, born of American descent under British rule. What were your feelings when you signed that Declaration of Independence, knowing very well that if you had gotten caught, you were dead?
Well, I was a little scared, but I had to free the people. Too much, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you gotta do this, or we'll hang you, we'll kill you. It was like, no, everyone should be able to do what they want to do, when they want to do
So,
it.
George, are you going to come back now so we can get rid of all that? You can't do this, you can't do that.
That's happening again.
It's happening again, only it's ruled under a dictatorship known as the Republicans and the Democrats. I didn't bash them both.
I will be back.
Sir, did you really chop down a cherry tree?
Yes, I did.
You know, of course, Maniac Mike, the one thing you're going to ask the President of the United States is if you chop down the cherry tree.
I was wondered about that.
You know, you could have asked something like, what was it like crossing the Delaware, not the Washington? What was it like at the famous Battle of Valley Forge? What was it like up in Boston when you first defeated the British? But no, you asked, did you really cut down that cherry tree?
And now I know.
Thank you very much, Maniac Mike. Yes. What was it like the very first time you encountered those British? Knowing that the people that you were with were very unprofessionally trained. They were militiamen. You had very little trained professional military with you.
Well, some of them were expert hunters and trappers, so they knew how to work around with a firearm. So
And they were also expert drinkers. You had a lot of problems disciplining the United States militia.
Yeah, that is true, but when they weren't drunk, they actually did quite well.
They did do very well. Let's hear it for the United States militia, which made up 95% of the army, ended up beating the British. How does that feel, England? You got beat by a bunch of second stringers, not even the mainstreamers. Second stringers that I will say would end up being mainstreamers for this country.
Now, sir, down the line, like another popular president came along, Abraham Lincoln. Have you had a chance to meet him, since I assume both of you made it to the same place?
We've crossed paths once or twice.
Yes, a very inspirational president. Maybe we can get him on the next 4th of July special. We'll try to get Abraham Lincoln on. What was it like being the very first president of the United States and knowing that you are now in the driver's seat and you would set forward what would be the rules and regulations of a brand new nation called the United States of America?
Oh, it was a lot of work. A lot of work. Tiresome, but it needed to be done, and it had its fun times. It was just, I'm glad to see where we were going at the time.
Now, you were, your vice president, of course, was John Adams, and you would later on be succeeded by John Adams. You had a lot, well, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of ambitions towards Mr. Adams.
Yes, he was a good guy.
Good beer, too. Very good beer.
I've never had it, but yeah, he was an all-around good guy. He knew where the country was going, so it was great to see him go ahead. He deserved it.
John Adams, Samuel Adams, good folks. Definitely good presidents. George Washington, good president as well. Georgie boy, you would meet your demise at probably one of the saddest things in American history, where you fell sick after a horse ride and they would bleed you to death trying to change your blood, which, by the way, folks, bleeding someone is not a good way of curing them.
No, I can vouch for that 110%.
Unfortunately, you would pass and we would lose one of this country's best presidents. If not the best president.
We learned a lot from George Washington. Another thing was dental hygiene, and as is well documented, the president lost his teeth during his lifetime. So I think people learned a lot about the importance of brushing your teeth. Am I right?
That stuff that they brushed their teeth with back then, by the way, was nasty. It was kind of like baking soda. Being the President of the United States, I feel that being on the dollar bill is really a low blow. They take the two most important presidents and they put them on the lowest form of currency. Abraham Lincoln is on a penny. You are on a dollar bill, so you're 99 pennies above Abraham Lincoln. However, they take the man that was not a president.
Lincoln's on the $5 bill also.
You're not getting where I'm coming here. They're on the low income. They have Benjamin Franklin, who is known for his woman problems, who flew a kite and got electrocuted on the $100 bill. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that George Washington, by fold, is worth more than a freaking dollar. He should 100% be on the $100 bill. And maybe Benjamin Franklin, being that he wasn't a president, a forefather of the United States, maybe he should be on the penny. A man that set free many men and kept his nation in one is on a penny and a $5 bill. Ladies and gentlemen, Grant, the drunk president, is on the 50.
You know, Chuckles, this is a subject that I've been thinking about as well. I think they should make a new currency and put Ronald Reagan on that dollar.
We get a lot of people laughing at you.
25 or whatever number the bill would be, because I feel that Ronald Reagan deserves to be on currency.
You are in the right driver field there. However, you know that the only way that you can get on American currency is if you're dead. And Ronald Reagan is dead. Sad to say, folks. He's not alive anymore. If you think he still is, you're stuck in the 80s like Paul Rodriguez.
Another one about
Hairband steak.
Ronald Reagan, of course, another one of our great presidents who passed on.
I will never take anything away from Ronald Reagan. He was administrating one of the best decades in my life, the 80s. Yeah.
The 80s were awesome.
However, some of the music was not.
A lot of the music was.
80s, it coined phrased one-hit wonders.
Yes, it did.
George, you wouldn't know, you weren't alive. George, I'm beginning to doubt your brilliance here. You crossed the Delaware, what you called crossing the Washington. You didn't know you were married to Martha, and you knew that the 80s were a good decade. George.
Maybe he crossed brainwaves with Dan.
Are you crossing brainwaves with Deadly Dan in there? Are you fighting with him?
Why? What am I doing out there?
Yep, that's what I thought. George Washington has left the building, ladies and gentlemen. I would leave too if I found that I was in his body.
I'm right here.
George, this is the part where you want to leave, trust me. This is going to hurt a lot.
Okay.
It's nice meeting you, Mr. President.
George, before you leave, give this to Deadly Dan. Have him open this when you leave the body. Give us open that up.
Ooh, a gift to you.
Yes, now George, you can leave and have Dan enter that body if you wish.
There he goes.
See you later, George.
Oh, cool. Candy.
Hey, look, sign autograph a Sting again.
I don't see anything.
Hey, run. Ladies and gentlemen,
What
I did
happened
you
to
a
them?
favor. I don't know, a firewalk went off in his hand. Don't play with fireworks. Happy 4th of July. If you play with fireworks, you'll end up like him.
Happy 4th.
Good night, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, it has come to that time of the show again where we must depart. And like every good special show, I've brought my best friend, Miss... Well, yes, for now. But Mr. Guillotine, right here. And for all your likings out there, Maniac Mike is going to bring out George W. Bush for a picture moment.
Ooh, I like pictures.
Yeah, this has been a great time. You taught me how to play golf and well, show me how to play golf, reenacting the whole race against that jerk Al Gore and everything, and how you wiped the floor with him. It's just been awesome. What a great time. Awesome. Oh, I can't believe
You know, that's enough.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
Put him in for the picture moment, Mike.
Come take your picture.
So I'm gonna take a picture with him now?
Right, you're gonna take a picture of him right
Come
now.
right on over here.
Yeah, just make sure that's in there, nice and tight.
You can get
Why is he on all fours?
because it's a headshot.
Yeah.
So come stand right here.
No, he's gonna come stand right here.
But how am I
Oh,
gonna
you
get
wanna
a
go
picture
there,
with
Chuck?
them?
Go stand next to Chuckles. He wants you to go help him take the picture.
Okay. Is this one of those old-fashioned?
This is one of those old-fashioned picture thingies.
Yeah,
When you say, here, hold this. When I say, take the picture, just let it go, and it will snap the shot.
Great headshot.
It's a great one. You're right. Great headshot. Very good shot. Oh, yeah. Here we go.
So this rope will like just make the flash.
Yes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is how this works. On the Chuckles and Laugh Show, you're going to count down from 10, and when we get to 1,
Sir,
we're going to take the picture. Can we handle that out there?
Yes.
Can we handle that out there?
Yeah.
All right. Are we ready for the countdown? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Say cheese. Take the picture.
All I do is. I didn't see a one.
Oh, you did.
You were sweet as punch. When I get home late, love, baby, you out to lunch. I don't live in the
girl. I don't need you be living with a psycho. Are you saint or sinner? Is this kiss or attack? Are you preparing dinner?